Yeah, so hello again. um, yeah, final thoughts about the failing thing. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. It does take a while. I can tell you now. Probably took me about 6 weeks for it to start to feel natural, and even then, I still had quite a bit of work to do to achieve the clarity between the melody notes and the chords. I'm still working on that now, and I've been playing now about 5 years, and I play most days 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. But when I was practicing that clawhammer thing, the bum ditty, the strum thumb as I call it, I was definitely playing more often. I was practicing for half an hour 2 or 3 times a day. There was a chap who was learning banjo, an American chap, and learning traditional pieces, trying to learn clawhammer, but in the meantime learning a 2-finger style. And after 6 years, suddenly, overnight, he cracked the clawhammer. He cracked it. But he had this wealth of tunes that he'd already learned in his 2-finger style. He could now adapt to the clawhammer. What a joy for him. So it can take a while. Hopefully not as long as that. But I think you could reasonably expect it to take somewhere between 6 weeks and 6 years to really crack it. But you've seen that it's not that difficult. You've seen it can be done. And by now, if you've watched my playlist, or you've looked at other players on YouTube, you've seen how well it can be done. And it's difficult not to want to aspire to that, really. Who wouldn't want to be able to play as well as those guys? I think we all have talent, to greater or lesser extents. And if you were going to be truly brilliant at something, you probably needed to start when you were young. But I don't think this is about becoming truly brilliant. This is about the joy of playing, the joy of participating, and not merely just sitting on the sidelines and watching. And a banjo is an excellent instrument for that. It's an excellent instrument to learn and to be able to play almost straight away and to join in. And because it doesn't really have the classical, formal structure of learning to it, surely that makes it more accessible to everyone. Oh, I've got grade 8. I don't think there's any of that. It's marvellously accessible. And there are many tunes that you could like and learn on the banjo. And there are many keys that you can tune it to accommodate those tunes. But there are also many other tunes that have never been played on the banjo. So many tunes you might know, and if you've already learnt those 3 chords, and everybody's already learnt one of them, then there are many tunes you can tackle. But little and often, definitely. It's the secret with anything, really. If you do it for too long, you lose concentration. But if you leave it too long, then you've forgotten what you've learned. So it's a balance. But little and often, that's the one.